Hello and welcome to this video, which will accompany Assignment 2, the calculators. So what we're going to do is create a percent calculator. So if you have an assignment or a test, we can put our values in, your mark, and then what the score or the test or assignment was out of, and it's going to give us the percent. So we're going to do three things, I guess, right? We have to get the input. We have to sort of do the mathematical processing, and then we have to output the answer. So let's do that first in terms of the input. So we're going to input we need the score, and I'll call it the out of. Okay, so whatever it's out of. So the total number of possible points there. Okay, so let's do that first, just the same as before. So I'll call it your score. That'll be our variable. And we will do an input, and we'll say, please enter score. Okay, and so next, right, we need to get out open. I'm supposed to say out of. Okay, fix that up there. So the other thing, what was it out of? Okay, so I'm going to use camel case there, input, and then I'm just going to put in here, please enter what it was out of. I don't know if there's a better way to say that, but I think you get the point. Now, what we would do next is the processing part. Before I just get into that, I'm just going to show you the issue that we would have if we just tried to do the math with the score and out of as they are. So if I did score divided by out of, and I run this. Okay, so please enter score. Let's say you got 8 out of 10. You get this error here. And the error says you can't divide a stir divided by a stir. And if we remember, stir stood for string, which really meant text. And so the problem is you can't divide these text values. It doesn't make sense to the computer. Looks okay to us, but it doesn't work. So we need to change them into numbers. So that will be our next step. We have to change the variables to numbers, right? So basically, let's just say change variables from text, and I'll just put in a stir, okay, to numbers. And the number that we'll use here, right, we're going to use, we'll make it a float, just in case you get like 9.5 or something like that. So we need to cast them. And it's pretty straightforward. We just go, we'll set the score to be whatever the score was, okay, but change it into a number. Oops, sorry, I said we're going to do, not an integer, just in case, right? We'll change that to a float. I think that's better. And then we'll do the same thing with the out of. So float and out of. Perfect. So what we've done now, like I said, change those into numbers. So next that we'll do is we'll calculate the percentage. And to calculate the percentage, we'll create a variable. And hopefully you know this. We'll just take the score, not the score, divide that by the out of, and then just to make it nice so we don't get a decimal answer, we'll times it by 100. Okay? So that's our pretty straightforward formula there. Next and last, we will output the value, right? Because it would calculate it here, but if we don't output it, nobody will know what's happened. That's what happened before. Output the value. It's helping me out too much. Okay, just click off of it here. There we go. Okay, so let's just do a simple print, and we'll use that F string idea again. So put an F in front, and then we can open up the quotation and start typing here. So you got, and then we'll put the percentage. So we call that percentage. So that's in the curly braces. And I'll say percent. So we'll just leave it like that. I think that's fine. You got so many percent. Okay, good. So let's take a look at this and make sure it works. Always test it first. So please enter your score. Let's go 8. It was out of, I'll say 10. You got 80%. Looks good. Let's just try it one more time, maybe with something that would give you a decimal number. So enter score, let's say 3 out of 5. 5. Okay, 60%. I meant a decimal. Let's say you got 1 out of 3. So 1 out of 3. Right? 33.333%. Good. I mean, you can simplify that if you want to sort of figure out how to do that, but that should help you out with this assignment. So good luck creating those calculators.